what is being observed during the pandemic is that the economy has actually suffered a blow, and this also means that several of the states have its own policies, have its own schemes, and have its own form of governance, right? Some may be socialistic, some may be not. So in that sense, a lot of the per capita income and the GDP has been decreasing. Now, one of the biggest dependency, for example, in states like Karnataka, is on the alcohol revenue. And the revenue department is very focused on this. And even the state's treasury actually, is hugely dependent on the revenue that we get from alcohol and other sources. How is Gujarat able to manage that? How is it been ahead of the curve compared to other states in spite of a ban on alcohol?
So this is the very first time I'm going to speak about liquor prohibition on a public platform. I've never spoken, I've never shared my opinion on this before. But as we all know, Mahatma Gandhi was born in Gujarat, and it is basically the prohibition is not really a brainchild of our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is the advocacy of Mahatma Gandhi, and a lot of people don't really understand why Gujarat is known as a dry state. There are a lot of pros, there are a lot of cons of Gujarat being a dry state, but then a lot of people who doesn't really know why exactly Gujarat has been a dry state. So I'll just give you a little understanding of why exactly this happened. When we all understand during the Britishers' time, Mahatma Gandhi went village to village, inspiring people not to drink, because India has already wasted a dynasty during that time in drinking, and that is what the Britishers took the benefit of. And that is the reason why Mahatma Gandhi went door to door, village to village, promoting that we should not drink and we should be active and aggressive to get ourselves independence. So that was one of the reasons why Mahatma Gandhi promoted the prohibition. And I think if we talk about the 21st century, liquor is known as a form of entertainment to a lot of young people. And when we talk about other states who are completely dependent on liquor, and why Gujarat is not dependent on liquor, I remember our chief minister, he sent an application to the 15th Finance Commission that Gujarat is losing on 9,600 crores annually because of the prohibition on liquor, and that is something which Gujarat can start working on. So the government also understands that the revenue which comes to the particular state is almost, as you just rightly mentioned, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has they got around 21,600 crores annually in their kitty because of the liquor, and they do not have a ban. So Gujarat and Bihar are facing some major losses. But I think when you talk about Gujarat and Gujaratis, every second home of Gujarat comes up with a new business. So Gujarat is never known for service class people. They have always known for people who have initiated businesses, and this is a hub of business. There are corridors which are made and which are built by the government. It's been around 25 years. Gujarat has been really doing well on that front. So we have Gujarat has different ideas, different platforms through which they've been able to generate more revenue, and that is the reason they are not really dependent on liquor. But what I personally believe and what I strongly believe is if Gujarat gets the prohibition out of the line, and if Gujarat does not really remain a dry state, I think Gujarat can perform much, much better, because there are a lot of industries who do not really come to Gujarat just because of this particular reason. And if I believe this is of 9,000 crores, so Gujarat is one of the highest liquor consuming states, as you might know, even after the ban, even after the prohibition. So I think there's a lot of corruption which is happening. There are people who are dying because of liquor, because of fake liquor. When we go around villages, when we talk to people there, see, I believe that this has become a crime in Gujarat. If you are drinking, this has become a crime. And when you go just 300 kilometers away from Gujarat, you talk about Maharashtra, you talk about Madhya Pradesh, you talk about Rajasthan, the governments are earning out of it. And when we talk the governments, why do governments earn out of liquor? It's because they understand people who can afford entertainment are the people who can run the particular state. So that is the reason why they put on the excise duty, they put on the taxes on that liquor front, and they generate revenue out of it. Gujarat, being a very cultural state, I'm sure I must really appreciate the efforts done by the government. And this is a really safe state, especially for women. When I talk about my own city, Baroda, this has been one of the safest city for women. Our mothers, our daughters, they can walk on the roads even at 2 o'clock in the night. And that is, I believe, one of the reasons why prohibition has really helped Gujarat. But I think our police is really commendable. They are up for that job if the prohibition is out of that. But I think this is a vote game after all. You talk about the vote banks who do not really support liquor. So this is a very long story. But yes, Gujarat has been really strong on the other revenue generation models, and that is the reason they have been able to sustain compared to the other states.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.